Thank you for letting me wake up today to experience another day. And then if you can go through the actions of your day, even just the minuscule actions like putting on your slippers or making a cup of tea, going for a pee, getting ready for work, reading the newspaper, having a cup of tea. This is westernized ways, I know, I'm sorry. Okay, you think of all of that. And every time you do something, think, thank you for these shoes. I'm lucky to have them. Thank you for this clean water. I'm lucky to have it. Thank you for this roof over my head. It's not dripping. Nothing's dripping anywhere. I don't think so anyway. I can hear something in there. I'll go and have a look in a minute. And you can carry on like that. Obviously, there's going to be a point, because when you first start it, it's always very, very difficult to get into the habit of doing it. That's what it is. It's just getting into the habit of doing it, because we're so into this habit of thinking of doom and gloom and moaning about everything and everybody, that's happening around us. That every time we moan about something or think badly about something, we send a vibration out there and it comes to us. Maybe I should unplug. I don't want to go out and unplug. I love thunderstorms normally, but I'm just not in a place where I want to be with this. Can you calm down a bit, and just go away? Please. Oh look, if it's my time, it's my time. If God wants me to come up there and be a secretary, I will. Just, don't make it too prolonged or painful, please. Okay, so you're sending out a vibration, you're sending out thoughts, and you're asking for something good to happen. But in your mind, somewhere at the back there, you're saying, oh, that's never going to happen. Oh, that's not likely. I'll never have that. That's at your back of your mind, because that's the way we've been trained to think all the time. But if you can stop those thoughts and just be, you don't have to think about the past or the future. Just be in the present moment. And you can be happy for that moment. Like I'm trying to be happy for my moment now. When that tyre went today, I just kept laughing all the time, because I thought, sod's law. It's at 1,000,000 to 1 chance. It's never happened. And 999,000 whatever people don't ever have that. But me, I do. I'm the one in the millions. I wish it could happen for the lottery. Oh dear. Anyway, I don't even do the lottery, so there's no hope for that, is there? I think God's stamping his feet. Can you go and stamp it somewhere else, please? I haven't done anything to you, have I? Or have I? Okay, so vibrations you're sending out. Sending vibrations out. And those vibrations are either good or bad, depending on how you're feeling throughout the day. I stubbed my toe and I think, ow, why did it happen to me? My tyre burst. Why did it happen to me? I was trying to think positively out of that. And I did stub my toe today. And if you feel the pain and really intensify the pain, in those few seconds it just goes away really quick. But if you don't, and you just think of it, oh, it's at my toe, it'll carry on and on and on, and then you get a bruise and everything. But I don't get bruises really very badly, because I intensify the pain in that moment in my mind, and then afterwards I just let it go and it's gone. It's amazing the way that works. But try to send a vibration of, so like if you want, it's not about wanting though, is it? It's not about you wanting something satisfied. It's about what you can give. It's about what you can do to further the peace on this planet, if you want a PC word. Political correct word. Peace. Overused, but means such a lot. But if you want that peace, if you want that happiness, if you want something nice to happen in your life, that's it. John F. Kennedy, wasn't he? He said in his speech, think not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And that's what you've got to do with your individual lives. Think not what life can do for you or what you can get from it. Think what you can do for it. Think what you can do for other people. And when you do that, such wonderful things do happen. I mean, I was listening to that Indian guru, you know, I don't know his name. I put the link in a previous video, but I'll put one down here in this one. And after it, I just was in the moment with him. In the moment, in that moment. And you just be, you breathe, you do the exercises that he tells you to do. Not just body exercises, but facial exercises too, and your tongue and your neck and your ears even. Your eyes, does all those little exercises. And it's all to do with breath. But as I was doing it with him, that 48 minutes I think it was, I didn't kind of like, when he was doing the prayer at the beginning, and I didn't sit there and put my head down and pray, or whatever it is he was doing, I did say thank you to the creator of all, because, you know, I don't believe in, you know, one big man in the sky who's leader of us all. I do believe that there's, I think I've said this before as well, haven't I? We are a part of everything, and everything is a part of us. And if you go down to quantum physics and the facts like that, you can see that. Well, it might be a hologram for all we know. It's another possibility, isn't it? I haven't experienced that, but I am open-minded to everything. But if you do put that vibration out there of already having it, think of when you are really, really happy, like at Christmas time when you were a kid and you got the toy that you really wanted. Think of that joy. And it's not just smiling and happiness, it's some kind of feeling inside of you. It's like an electricity, a vibration. Have that feeling. Remember that feeling. Whatever it was, it may not have been Christmas. Your Christmases might have been crap for all I know. Or your birthdays. Or anything that somebody, somewhere, made you feel so good. And just, you know, inside of you, it just shimmered. Because it's almost like an orgasm, I guess. But like an electricity running through you, because you're so... Oh, I don't think there's even a word for it, actually. Not a peace as such, it's just an electricity vibration running through you that's can't get a word out. Ecstatic? No, it's not, it's more subtle than that. It's just such a lovely sensation that goes through you. And if you can capture that and think, stop saying I want this, or, you know, Can't life be like this? Oh, why does this have to happen? Oh, I hate these people. I hate that. I hate my job. I hate this. That's being sick all over your life. That's basically what you're doing. But if you can start off in little ways, like opening your eyes very first thing in the morning, those first few seconds of the day, being grateful for everything that you're going through, all the little rituals that you go through. Stop yourself from being negative or saying bad things about it. It is difficult. And then be in the moment. Look at the slippers that you've got. Feel the sensations in your feet. And feel the happiness from that. Feel the warmth. Feel the softness of your clothes. Feel the comfiness of the pillow behind your head. Don't hate anybody. You don't have to love everybody. You don't have to be like that. But you don't have to not like them. You can like the spirit in them. You can like the person that they are. Because whatever they're doing, whatever they're saying, they're teaching you something about yourself. You're saying in your mind, I don't agree with what they're saying. So if you don't agree with, I don't know, what I'm saying, I'm teaching you something about yourself inside of you that you maybe have to discuss with yourself and think, is that a nice trait? Because I'm not being mean in here. I'm not advocating any kind of hatred towards anybody. In fact, I'm doing quite the opposite. I'm telling you to stop fighting. Stop hurting other people. And the laws, if they're so bloody complicated, it's just like academics. If you've got to find the simplest way of explaining something. And law should be like that too. Law should be the simplest method. And the simplest way of putting down the law is to say, do no harm to anybody or anything. You hurt a child, an animal, or another person, then you should pay for that. That's the bottom line. Regardless of what you've done, if you've offended somebody, that's not really hurting them. That's their problem if they're offended, because they've chosen to be offended by something somebody else has voiced their opinions and their thoughts and the way that they see life. That's not a bad thing. What is bad is if you are intentionally horrible to somebody else, stealing something from them, be that a thing that they have, money they have, morals that they have, forcing them to do something that they don't want to do. That is bad, that's hurting them. But having a different opinion to somebody, that's not hurting them. That's their choice to be hurt. If you don't agree with me, then say so, but don't argue about it. I don't mind having a debate about something. I like hearing other points of view. I do. And I like to understand why you think that way. And why am I thinking wrongly, if I am thinking wrongly? I don't think I am from my point of view. But if you can convince me of seeing another way, and I can understand it, then sure, I'll listen. But I'm not going to listen to somebody who's mean to me, who says, oh, you're a stupid fat cow and you don't know anything. Where's the argument in that? How can you debate that? You might as well just, go away, There's no intelligence there. That's the child coming out in you saying that. Leave J.K. Rowling alone. She's got a right to her own thoughts. She wants to be called a woman. And you've got to admit, our bodies are different. Your bodies, men's bodies, are stronger than women's. Even a smaller man's body is stronger than a larger woman's body. I know that there are women who beat men up, and that's horrible. But we are built differently. And I'll go through that one day with you. I'll show you all the different ways that we are different and complementary. There is complements in the contrasts. We just haven't been taught it, have we? We're never taught these wonderful things at school. What the fuck good is algebra? I've never even used it in my life, and yet I was forced to learn it at school. Binary. If I'd gone into IT, maybe binary would have been good, or if I'd gone into engineering, I've no idea how that relates to my world. But I had to learn it. I've never used it. Give us practical skills. Give us skills where we can try to understand how to communicate with each other. It's quietening down now. It's going away. Thank you for keeping me safe. Please stop fighting. There is no point in fighting. It only hurts another person. It doesn't get your way. Are we still the barbaric nations that we used to be? Are we not enlightened anymore? Are we not growing out of this base nature? We call ourselves advanced, but we're not. If you continue to fight each other, you're not advanced. You're not intelligent. You're thinking with your child brain. You're acting. Look at a child and the way they act. Fighting never won anything. You just think about it. Men in the battlefield of like 400 years ago, or even just 100 years ago. What happens? Group A has got 6,000 men. Group B has got 4,000 men. And they both meet on a battlefield. And then they hack each other to bits until one team, one group, has got more men left than the other. And then they're the winners. That's so idiotic. So, oh my goodness. Who even thought about that? You think of World War One. Utter waste of life. And those poor men that sat in those trenches. And they were men. You never hear of any women stood in those trenches. I haven't heard of any. Where are they, if they are? They are men that stood in those trenches. Young boys. Gave their lives. Makes me cry. Utter waste of life. Convinced they were saving their own countries. From what? Stood for weeks and weeks and weeks on end, getting trench foot because they stood in puddles of mud and blood and urine and feces and rats and dead bodies, and the stink must have been awful. But you know what? For all that nastiness, the vast majority of people on this planet are good. They are. If they weren't, this planet would not have survived so long. People, all people everywhere, all they want to do is look after their families, put food in their bellies, clothes on their back and a roof over their head. Not many people want for everything that the elite have got. Yeah, you've got your mansions, you've got your big yachts, you've got your private jets, you've got your $1 million bloody diamonds that are not even worth that anyway. Because they falsify the bloody rarity of it. And that's one company that's doing that. How? How does he... How are you allowed to let that happen? People don't care. Not about that sort of thing. At the end of the day, they all just want to live life and love and make each other happy. And the people who, you know, I've seen so many funny jokes have made me think, oh, thank goodness for those people who think those up. Thank you, you comedians of the world. You lighten it up. You're wonderful. You keep people happy. Don't get depressed. Most of them are depressed. You don't need to be. You might be lonely. Think of me, I'm lonely. I'm not lonely as such, I'm alone. Sometimes I get lonely, but then other times, you know, I'm too busy to be lonely. I've got so much to do. I've had no work for 6 weeks, and yet I'm so busy. I'm busier now than I've ever been. I've got the ability to survive at the moment. I'm not thriving right now, but I'm thriving in my spirit. I'm just sad at the greediness in the world and the ignorance, basically. People are unwilling to see outside and see other people's feelings and wants and needs rather than just their own. But I guess nobody really saw this coming. I don't know. The airlines seemed to understand it, didn't they? They put all those people off immediately and started. I don't know how they can... How did they wrap their minds around that? They must have known something beforehand. I were with all those people on 0 hours contracts. Anyway, I'll probably delete half this video. But it's been cathartic for me, you know, voicing my opinions and and they are just my opinions, my way of viewing life. Oh. Well, the storm seems to have died down. I think I'll make a coffee. Coffee. I would have had, originally, prior to this lockdown, I would have had a nice piece of chocolate cake or a walnut whip. I managed to get one the other, you know, when I went to Marks and Spencer's. Oh, you know what, I love Marks and Spencer's food, but it's so bad for you. I haven't uploaded that video yet, have I? I've got loads of videos I've done that I haven't uploaded. I don't think you'd really like to see them. I should upload some more old ones, like that boat one I uploaded of Shanklin. It's because in 2012 my father died in June the 16th. Bye bye, Daddy. Maybe that's why I'm feeling sad right now.